So, good morning, Panther fans. Now, longtime fans of this channel will understand this. For you new people, welcome. But what I'm fixing to say is I still got it. I still got it. In my Patreon article the night before, and then the article that I made public yesterday, I criticized one of the main persons I criticized was Sam Bennett and his 42% face-off percentage. I still got it. I still can bitch and make it happen. Panthers win 5-1, and really it should have been Spencer Knight's second shutout of the year if it wasn't for Brandon Montour's skate or stick, whatever body part it went off. Stu, you finally get a victory cigar, man. You've been saving it up.
I thought it went off Knight himself, but last night's game was MEH. I'll tell you what epitomized that game last night. Does Heponiemi ever smile?
Um,
I mean, the kid's got like zero emotion.
is that
Every
right?
time there was the camera was on him, I'm like looking at the guy and like emotionless.
Well, he's fit. He's like Barkov, right? He's right. I mean, isn't that what we
No,
got?
he's worse.
He's worth.
Anyway,
doesn't have
we got a W in the
right,
grand scheme of things. Weeks from now,
right.
that game's going to be forgettable.
Well, the game itself, maybe. But look, it was a big test. And I'm gonna say not because Vancouver's a good team, but because Vancouver's a bad team. So it was a test of just how low was the bottom for you know what I mean? How low was the bottom? Um, Played a full 60 minutes. We finally got some damn goals. And I would just like to mention poor Thatcher Demko. This dude plays his ass off. Then all of a sudden, boom, 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 and he's hurt. And I just feel bad for the guy because the first, 10, 12 minutes of the first period, he was stopping shot after shot after shot. And you start thinking, oh, geez, here we go again.
Yep.
And then on the last goal, and the third, you saw him, he just face planted. Um, and you could kind of tell that, yeah, that's not dejection. He's hurt.
Yeah,
And
he stretched the wrong way.
yeah,
He set a record last night.
What was that?
Fastest 3 goals in Panther history. I
Is
mean,
that right?
fastest to get 59
Yeah.
seconds.
Wow.
59 seconds, we get 3 goals.
Wow. Wow.
Mind blown.
Yeah. Well, look, we needed that. We
Yeah, we
and
needed that last night.
so now this is going to be funny, but now to match what I said for the second 20 games, we only need to go 12-5-0 because we already got the two part right out of the way. Okay, we got the two part right out of the way, and now we just need to win. If we win 3, lose 1 with an extra loss in there somewhere, we'll hit if they hit that mark, I'll shave my head again. Just put it that way. So
We got a lot of momentum. We got a lot of momentum now going into Seattle.
and that's the thing. And I touched on this yesterday. Look, I mean, I looked at the standings this morning. We're 1 point out of the playoff spot, and the people ahead of us, the teams ahead of us are the Red Wings and the Penguins. So, I mean, you and I have been the ones that say, just get in, just get in. Well, they may be fitting to just get in. You know what I mean? I mean, the 8th seed, I've said before, I'm not all that afraid to play Boston. Now, I don't want nothing to do with New Jersey in the first round. Well, we wouldn't get them anyway because it's divisional. So I got no fear of Boston. You? I mean,
I said it before. It doesn't matter who we play.
right,
I don't
right,
want to ask for any specific team. Let's just get in and do our thing.
right. So I mean, look, um,
'Cause
the other end of it,
we're gonna have to beat the best of the best anyway to get
well,
where we want to go.
we're right. That's true. And look, it is as official now as you can make it. this team is going as far as Spencer Knight can carry us. And I'm good with that because, and I kind of wanted to touch on this a little bit because people are, and myself included, comparing, you know, their numbers, which is a huge comparison. But you say, well, when Knight gives up a goal, you say, well, but that's if that was Bobrovsky, you'd be complaining, but it's okay when Spencer Knight gives it up. Yes, because of what Knight can be. Bob is on the tail end of whatever his career is going to be, where Spencer Knight, he's going to need that. He's going to have some growing pains, but the sooner those growing pains get done and over with, the better off the team and the franchise is going to be. So I'm okay with throwing him out there if he gives up this bad goal or this goal, because that's the only way he's going to work himself into being what we hope, what we think, what we feel is going to be. Right. So yes, there is a different standard there. I'm sorry, because unless Bob is going to come back and win us a cup, right? We need to move on to Spencer, and there will be growing pains, and hopefully they're short-lived. Last night wasn't one of those nights, obviously. What was 32 saves on 33 shots, and the one went, I thought it went off of Montour's stick, but who knows how it went in. One went in, whatever. But for my blood, I mean, that's it. I'm shocked saying that too, because you and I both, I mean, we've been on this roller coaster of, is it Bob? Is it Spencer? Is it Bob? And now it's just nothing. I'm just curious what you think. I mean, I hate to put the nail in the coffin, but I mean, what do you think?
As far as the goalie situation,
Yeah, I mean, are you ready to
it's
call it and
Spencer
say
Knight.
done?
It's Spencer Knight's goal. Bob's the backup, and rightly so.
Right, right.
And as you see, now that he kind of knows that it's his net, he's not going to want to give it up.
Oh, no, no, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it's just there's still that little piece of me wondering if Bubba's gonna put it back together, and you know what I mean? Um, I mean, because we still need him to be better than he was the other night, even if he is the backup. You know what I mean? There
That's
so
true.
and somebody had asked, can we send Bob down to the AHL? You can't waive a guy with a no move clause. So I mean, you can if they agree, but he ain't agreeing to that. So that we're stuck with that, unless we're really stuck now, because if he continues to play like this, then I mean, his trade value was already only half, barely, of what his contract is. But now who wants, yeah, we're screwed. We're screwed again, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, and then Barkov was again out again last night. I saw Heponiemi had a couple of chances. Um, it's good for him to get in and get this experience, you know. And then the Bennett thing. I was critical of him because, well, I was critical of Coach for keeping Bennett at 2C because of the face-off percentages and everything like that. And he immediately went and got 2 goals last night. And it looked like last night Kachuk was playing his game. He kind of looked like he was all over the place last night.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese, another 3 points. He's on the score sheet every game.
Yeah.
Can't ask for more. What I'm upset about is Lundell getting hurt.
Well, they said he came back. I mean,
Oh,
no, I did not. I did what I saw. They said he came back.
no.
He never did, or
Nope.
did he come back
Unless
and then did he come back to the bench and not?
he's out. He's out.
What happened?
You know what? I missed it. I didn't see what happened.
Right.
So maybe our comments should tell us. Yeah, I missed some of the game. I tuned in and then he was out. That's all I know.
But
And Luce Duranen took his spot.
when did you see that? Because I very specifically heard it's good to see Anton Lundell came back because he had left the game and now he was back. So I don't know. When did you see him not in the game? Because that it could have been before the net.
I was towards the latter part of the first period.
Oh yeah. Well, in the second period, he came back.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
watching. I didn't hear his name.
I did. So I mean, one of
Okay.
us is right, one of us is right, one of us is wrong. Hey, we finally disagree on something.
One of
I
us
mean,
was half asleep last night. It was late.
no, it was very specific. It's like good to see Anton Lundell come back, because he had left the game. So I think whatever it was, um, he must have come back. I don't know. You guys can answer the question in the comments. But look, we got let's move on to Saturday because Kraken. Who would have thought now that the Kraken, I mean, what the hell? How'd they get good? How'd they get good so fast? And so now, and um we're kind of in this position where genuinely you have to at the very least, I don't want to call them must wins because it's early on in the season, right? Like, but you can't put, okay, so we've kind of gotten ourselves into the playoff discussion. Okay. You got to at least be winning two, losing one. You can't have 1-1, 1-2 anymore because there's only so many times that the other teams are going to continue at a lousy pace to give you space to catch up. So, Vancouver's not really a good team, right? Let's be honest. They were they were overmatched last night, but that shows us that okay, so then what's going on the other nights? If we can completely overmatch a bad team, then
Yeah,
we
but we
should
still
be
have to put the skates on and play.
right.
We didn't bring squat to Calgary.
That's the disappointing part, man, is you try to
Yeah.
figure out what was the mentality, what happened between how he showed up against Calgary and how he showed up last night. And there's one difference. The dude in net. And they're not placing it all on Bob, but we already saw this as Panther fans. We already lived this. And that was the huge argument between Bobrovsky and Drieger. So, well, the team plays so much better in front of Drieger. Well, I don't really give a shit. If they play better in front of Drieger, then you play Drieger because there's a reason. And if you want to make the argument that the team plays better in front of Spencer Knight, then that's where you go. I mean, you can't figure out and sort those things out like force Bob out there and say play like you did for Knight. I'm not denying the team definitely has had some better efforts against Spencer when Spencer Knight's been in net, but sometimes that's because they got more confidence in the goalie. You saw it in Calgary. Bob lets in the first shot of the game, even though it's not his fault. Right? It's a breakaway. Okay. But a lot of times, man, you gotta have confidence in your goalie. And your team feeds off of that. You look like you're ready to say something.
But if he stops it, that just boosts morale and confidence. And they go
Exactly.
back down the other way and maybe score.
Right. Right.
As has happened tens of thousands of times.
Right.
So
Well,
anyway, we're due. We're 0-2 against Seattle, so we're due for a win.
yeah. No, and that needs to happen. Now I haven't heard yesterday I only heard about Barkov that he was feeling better yesterday. So it doesn't unless he's going to fly out there today. I assume that we're going to be without him again. Um that's such a weird thing, man. I mean, for a young guy to be, that sick that long. But Maurice really sounded like I've never heard an NHL coach put it that way before. I mean, it really sounded like they were worried about him passing it on to the rest of the team. You know what I mean?
Eric, if he has what I have and what three other people had,
Right. Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
see low energy level,
Right.
the coughing, the
Yeah,
stuffy
yeah,
head, the
yeah.
whole thing.
Right.
And yeah, very contagious.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
my sister brought me a plate for Thanksgiving, and I saw her for 2 minutes,
And she got
and
it.
the next day she was sick,
Jeez.
and I had the thing, 5
Well, you
days.
started feeling not good at the game, so I think Barkov gave it to you. Did you get up close? Are you in the locker room and just not telling us, bro? Because I mean,
And it
and
came
you gave it.
on.
I
It
mean,
came on real
yeah,
fast.
yeah. It's so damn contagious. You gave it to me through damn Zoom, man. You know what?
Nasty bug.
Yeah. So let he can. And what do we got? What is it? Is it who do we play after Seattle? What's the last
Winnipeg.
game? Is it Winnipeg? Let's look at this for a second here. Um, so we got the Kraken tomorrow. Yeah, then we got Winnipeg. Luckily, that's only an 8 o'clock game, so we get a little bit of a normalcy back. Um,
And
and
then we come
then
home, right?
yeah, then we come home for a game. We've got the Red Wings on Thursday, which that's you got to have that because that's a 4 point swing in the playoff race. And then Saturday, an afternoon game against the Lightning. Again, you got to have that. And then it's back to back, actually. Oh, geez. We're going to have to play Bobrovsky. Next Saturday, we got the Lightning at 4:30. And then Sunday at 6, we got the Kraken. And for viewers, um, the Dolphins Charger game got flexed to the Sunday night, which that start is going to be at 8:20. So we're gonna Kyle and I will be still streaming the Kraken Panther game at the beginning of the Dolphin game. So we're gonna have to split screen it and do both at the same time for the third period.
Yeah. So
But
Bob will be in for that game.
um
'Cause there ain't no way they're playing Bob against the Lightning.
ain't no way they're gonna play Bob against the Lightning. So that one might be over by the third period anyway, if Bubba's in. Sorry, Bubba, but this is how I feel right now. Yeah, so all right.
Forsling scored last night.
Yeah, Forsling scored Bennett. I got the
He
stats.
actually smiled after he scored. That was cool.
Let's see. Kachuk with 3 points and a goal. Bennett with two
Bennett.
goals. Forsling with the goal. Lomberg got
Yep.
himself a goal. And like, I mean, everybody had points, man. Like the whole and there's
Even
Benjamin
Eric
Lundell.
Stahl got his first point.
It says Lundell has no shots on goal, so I it's possible he
Telling you,
didn't.
he's out.
Right. Let me see if there's anything here. Um, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing, but George, if you guys just let us know if George has anything about Lundell. All right, we'll be fine. We'll be fine, man. Who do we? Well, I know. If he has to miss a game, we have to play a man short again because we've already got Heponiemi on the emergency call up, and you have to play one game short, bring up somebody else, I believe. I believe that's how it works. So if he has to miss, we have to play a man short because we didn't do anything to fix the problem that we all knew we were going to have and that we waited all summer and they didn't do anything. That would not be good. You're going to be out Barkov and Lundell against the Kraken. I'm not so sure that's a lot. That's a lot. Um, so we'll have to wait and see on that. I heard he came back, but it looks like statistically he had no shots on goal. Maybe he came back, tested something out,
Just look at
and
the ice time.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's still. Hold on a second. Let me see. Well, we'll just the chat will let us know. The chat
Yep.
will let us know. You know what I mean? So, all right, short and sweet this morning. We,
Yep.
we get we get the 2 points. Um, it's Spencer Knight's net. from here on out. And unless he really falters, I don't see where Bob gets a chance to get it back. And then if it continues this way, I mean, it is just going to be constant, consistent. You gotta wonder. You gotta wonder if if being demoted to the backup in a clear and obvious way would get Bob to waive his no move clause. And then you have because are we going to go 3.5 years with a $10 million backup? I mean,
Yeah.
Stu says yes.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
he's got to be better though, man. I mean, he right now I don't even want to throw him out there on the ice. I mean, it's not even about the 10 million. If he was making 1 million, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess you're right with Vasilevsky. They've had absolute ass as their backups, right?
Yeah.
Um, and survive that. I mean, they won 2 cups that way. So I mean, there is that. Um,
I mean,
jeez,
Vasilevsky rarely takes the night off.
right? Yeah, no, that's very true. That's very true.
And
And it,
again, Knight's 21 years old. So
yeah,
it's not
22,
like his
whatever
body
it is,
can't handle it.
right? No, that's true.
Unless he
That's
faces
true.
50 shots the night before. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking about
yeah,
a back to back.
yeah.
So
Oh, maybe we put them out there both games next weekend.
yeah,
You never know.
I have no problem with that.
Right. Well, I mean, well, not the last time, but one of the previous Bobrovsky starts, Spencer had to come in anyway. So, all right, we'll see how that works out. We get the 2 points. We're staying in the conversation of the playoffs. And as we've all seen, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Colby was looking for hot takes for his article yesterday. And my hot take was that the Panthers stay 2 points out of the playoffs the entire rest of the season. Then we win the last 5 games of the year, get into the playoffs, and knock off the Bruins. that, that was my hot take. So some people wanted to kind of question my mental stability at that point. But, all right. Appreciate all the support. And we'll see you guys again. Kyle and I will definitely be around tomorrow night. I saved it up. I feel better. I'm glad I got the rest last night. So we'll definitely be streaming the game tomorrow night.